Happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. I know it's been a little minute, but we are back. Welcome back to another segment of Meeting of the Minds Mondays. I'm your host, Intellects, and we are going to jump right into our topic for today. But before we do, just a couple of announcements. Showcase Your Talent Show will be a 2-for-1 this month. Tune in and tap in so that we can showcase your talent, okay? There is still time to register. So if you have not, go click that link in our bio for Showcase Your Talent Show registration. If you need any assistance with your business or brand, book a free consultation. Join our app, the Artrepreneurs Hub, a place for you to be your unique artistic self, where you can share content, collaborate, and connect with others who are like-minded and who have the same goal in mind. All right. Make sure to look at our link tree and see all of the services and products that we have. Connect with us because we want to help you. But let's jump right into today's topic, which is birthing your baby, part 9. I know we have been on this for a minute, but when it comes to your purpose, baby, we gonna take our time with it, okay? And this is part 9, which is kind of full circle because when you are giving birth, it's 9 to 10 months when it's a full term. You know what I mean? Sometimes it could be a little less than that, but when it's full term, technically it's between 9 and 10 months. So we right on target with our part 9. All right, so I want you to put in the comment section, how have you given birth to your baby, or what has been your process when it comes to you waiting for your purpose baby to come? What stage are you in? Are you in the early stages? Is it about to be birthed? Is it birthed? How are you nurturing that? We're going to get into all that, but it's important to know what your purpose baby is. If you don't know what your purpose is, do a little fast, do a little isolation, do something so that you can hone in on what it is that you are called to complete while you are here. So think on that. But while you think on that, let's jump into this first segment. Check it out.
The first way to get focus is to find purpose. The way to find purpose is you must identify what it is that you have to be purposeful in. Right when you are struggling with what to do, who you are, what's your next move, you are in an identity crisis. You are struggling with just who you are. See, you have not discovered who you are. You have to discover who you are in order to move you forward. If no one ever gave you the directions, let me ask you something. When you get up in the morning, you go get in the car or you walk out your door, you have a destination in mind. If you go outside with no destination, what do? You wander around. Once you don't have a destination, you are going to wander around. You cannot get in your car without a destination. Where do you drive? So you are in an identity crisis, the same thing I was in. So you have to find your purpose. So let me help you with this. If you are in this situation, the solution is the first thing, you have to do the thing that God gave you. You just have to identify your gift. That's the first thing. Until you do that, you can forget it. You'll never find your purpose. You'll never know your mission. You'll never know the reason. So I think we're in an identity crisis. I think you have to identify who you are and what your real gift is and pursue the gift. The Bible says your gift will make room for you, put you in the presence of great men. That's what your gift do. That's God. That ain't Steve. I'm telling you what God say. You ain't got to believe me. It's in your Bible. I'm just telling you the truth. I identified my gift. See, that's why when he said, Steve, you can sing. Whoa, hey, hold up, man. And that's not what I do. I've identified my gift. I'm in the joke-telling business. Your gift is like a tree trunk. Your gift is the trunk of a tree. On a tree, it has many branches. Now, because my gift is comedy, that's my tree trunk. That's what I was made for, the gift. Two things. Your career is what you paid for. Your calling is what you made for. So God took this tree trunk and made a lot of branches. Comedy made me a movie, a TV star, a radio star. I can write books. But then what he made me for was to motivate people, to change people's lives by sending me through a process that was so hard for me to overcome. When somebody like you stands up and asks me a question, I know the answer without even thinking, because I've been processed. I've been homeless, so I know exactly what you're feeling. You feel me?
What did y'all think about that? Right? Right? Gave some good details. Beautiful. Right? I'm going to share my thoughts a little bit later. Share your thoughts in a comment. Let me know. Let me know. But while you wait, let's jump into this next segment.
This video was made possible by Brilliant, a math and science problem-solving website that makes learning fun and rewarding. Your purpose is the reason you're here on Earth. It's the thing that you were built for. So it's an incredibly important thing to figure out, because it's the thing that guides you. Without a purpose, you'll feel lost. You'll have no North Star. Your life will feel meaningless. And so today I'm going to talk about how to discover your purpose according to the philosophy of Carl Jung. While writing what is now widely considered his central work, the Red Book, Jung discovered the purpose of his own life. But he didn't just discover the purpose of his own life. He also discovered where purpose comes from for all of us. And based on my understanding of the Red Book, Jung says that your purpose is found in performing voluntary self-sacrifice. What would you willingly sacrifice yourself for? This means that your purpose isn't found in money, cars, clothes, status, or any other self-serving pleasure, but rather your purpose is found in the thing that you would willingly suffer for. Your purpose lies in serving something that you deem as greater and more valuable than your own existence. But what if you can't find anything greater or more valuable than your own existence? Then you'll experience life as meaningless and empty. A modern proverb states that life only promises us two things: death and taxes. And what does that mean? It means that life demands a sacrifice from us all. Death and taxes are both a form of self-sacrifice. All life is born to be sacrificed in some way. We're not getting out of this thing called life without sacrificing ourselves in some way. Even the food that we eat is, in some way, sacrificed for our own continued existence. And so if you have nothing greater than yourself to sacrifice your time and energy for, you end up investing all your life force into yourself. But since you eventually have to be sacrificed, all the energy that you invest in yourself essentially just goes to waste. And so if all your energy is just going to be wasted, that makes your life meaningless. Without a North Star or purpose outside of yourself, your life just becomes empty and meaningless suffering. But if you find something worth sacrificing yourself for, worth serving and dedicating your life to, then your suffering becomes meaningful. And when your suffering becomes meaningful, in some way, as both Friedrich Nietzsche and Viktor Frankl have noted, it ceases to be suffering. And you know this idea is true when you see it. If you see someone willing to sacrifice themselves for something greater than themselves, you tend to think that that person has found their purpose. When Socrates was imprisoned by his people, he had a chance to run and escape, but he willingly sacrificed himself for the principles of truth, justice, and honor. By sacrificing his own life, he believed that he was doing what was necessary to serve his city, Athens. Jesus willingly sacrificed himself for the good of humanity. And Cato, who in some ways can be thought of as the Roman Socrates, sacrificed his life as a final resistance against Caesar's rule, because he refused to serve under someone he viewed as a tyrant. He sacrificed himself for the principles of liberty and freedom. And regardless of what you think of these three names, there's one thing that you can't deny. These men all had a purpose. They were on a mission. And the reason you know that is because they all found something more important than themselves that they thought it was worth sacrificing their own lives for. But we don't need to go to big historic examples to find people who found something worth sacrificing themselves for. This happens every day. There are mothers who sacrifice themselves for their children, missionaries for their church, cops for justice, activists for equality, and soldiers for freedom. Every day, people find something worth sacrificing themselves for, and by doing so, they discover their own purpose. So what does it look like to implement Carl Jung's wisdom of voluntary self-sacrifice into our own lives? We can take it day by day and dedicate ourselves to the service of others in a way we would be willing to do. We can serve others in a way that we would want to serve them, in a way that we would be happy to wake up each day and do. We can create something that we would be willing to completely sacrifice ourselves for, because eventually we will be forced to. That is what life demands of us all. But if you don't discover your purpose, your life becomes a forced sacrifice. And a forced sacrifice is felt as tyrannical and oppressive. You'll start to experience life as a great evil. But if you discover your purpose, your life becomes a voluntary sacrifice. And a voluntary sacrifice, such as that of a mother for her child, is felt as incredibly meaningful. And so if you discover your purpose, you'll experience life as incredibly meaningful and good. So we come back to the original question. What would you willingly sacrifice yourself for? That's where your purpose lies. And speaking of small actions that lead to big changes, if you're looking for a way to cultivate your skills in science and math, I recommend checking out this week's sponsor, Brilliant.org. Through their course on data analysis fundamentals, I learned how to work more effectively with my YouTube analytics, and this, in turn, helped me achieve more success in my YouTube career so far. In their course on data science, you'll learn the fundamentals of data analysis that will help you take in large amounts of information, use it to make smarter decisions, and make powerful changes in your life. But if data science isn't your thing, Brilliant has thousands of other lessons with new exclusive content added each month for different areas of study, such as math, logic, or computer science. I particularly enjoy their new course, How Technology Works, which has helped me understand the inner workings of everyday technology, such as computer memory, GPS, and wireless communication. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/freedominthought or click on the link in the description below. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Wow, that was pretty powerful. And you know, I like stories, I like pictures, I like the visuals, right? And you know, the one thing that really stuck out was being able to sacrifice for others, being able to be selfless, being able to serve in a capacity where you are able to help somebody else. You know, that's all a part of your purpose. No doubt, hands down. What's something that stuck out to you in that video? While you think about it, you can share it in the comments. You can share it after this video is posted. But let me know what you think. And while you're doing that, let's jump into this last segment of today's series.
Every human being from the dawn of civilization to this very moment has wrestled with one profound question. Why am I here? Generations have come and gone, Yet this question remains untouched by time. But here's the truth. To find your purpose is not to stumble upon a hidden treasure. It is to uncover something that has always been within you. Purpose is not a place you go. It's a way you live. It is not something given. It's something realized. Your purpose begins the moment you decide to take responsibility for your life. When you stop waiting for the world to hand you meaning and start creating it. Now the question is, how do you discover your purpose in life? Step 1. Listen to your inner voice. In today's world, everyone is trying to tell you what your life should look like. Society dictates what success should mean, and the endless comparisons of social media whisper what you lack. In this noise, your inner voice, your true voice, is silenced. To find your purpose, you must reclaim your thoughts from the world. Step away from the noise. Sit with yourself in silence. This is not a luxury, it is a necessity. In silence, the soul speaks. In silence, truth surfaces. Ask yourself, what makes me feel most alive? What injustice or problem stirs my spirit? What activity makes time disappear when I do it? These questions are not casual, they are sacred. Your answers will not come all at once, but they will come in fragments, through reflection or through stillness. When you act in alignment with your nature, life stops feeling like a burden and starts to feel like a calling. Step 2. Have the courage to walk your own path. Finding your purpose is not about following the crowd. It's about standing apart from it. It's about having the courage to live by your convictions, not your convenience. Courage to be misunderstood, criticized, even rejected, and still stay true to what your heart knows is right. The world respects conformity, but secretly admires authenticity. Think of Socrates, condemned for speaking truth. Think of every artist, thinker, or leader who dared to live differently. They walked alone, and yet they walked with purpose. To find your purpose, you must be willing to defy expectation. You must have the courage to say no to the life that looks good in order to build the one that feels right. Your purpose will test your strength. It will demand sacrifice. But as Seneca said, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Step 3. Find purpose in service, not selfishness. Your purpose is rarely just about you. You find meaning when your life becomes bigger than your own desires, when you begin to serve, to uplift, to contribute. The Stoics viewed humanity as one body, each person a vital organ in that body. When one part thrives, the whole grows stronger. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." To live without serving others is to live cut off from the heart of existence itself. Your purpose might be to teach, to heal, to create, to lead, or simply to love fiercely and honestly. Whatever form it takes, it must be rooted in virtue, in the desire to make the world a little lighter than you found it. Even a single act of kindness, done with intention, can ripple through eternity. Remember, greatness is not found in titles or fame, but in character. Purpose is not about applause, it is about alignment. Step 4. Embrace the discipline of daily purpose. Purpose is not a moment of revelation, it is a discipline practiced daily. You do not find your purpose and then rest. You live it again and again through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Marcus Aurelius woke each morning with one intention: to live as a good man. He reminded himself, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I am rising to do the work of a human being. Each day is a new opportunity to live with virtue, courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance. The courage helps you face what must be faced. The wisdom helps you discern what truly matters. Justice reminds you to act fairly toward all. Temperance keeps your desires in balance. When these virtues guide your actions, purpose flows naturally. You no longer need to ask what your life means. You live the answer. Remember, you are not a random accident of time and matter. You are a conscious being, capable of reason, reflection, and choice. You were born to contribute to the order of the cosmos, to play your part well, no matter how small it is.
All right, what did y'all think about that? I know, right? Listen, the Stoics be on it. But something that really stuck out to me was that it's not about being given a handout. It's not about what others can do for you. It's about when you take responsibility and create the life that you want, listening to that inner voice, doing the work that is needed in order for your life to have meaning, in order for you to walk in purpose. That's all that really matters. Sacrificing, doing it for the greater good, fulfilling your purpose, having that peace within, listening to that inner voice, and really just being of service to others is part of how you find your purpose. Find that one thing that you're passionate about that you can do very easily. Share your story. Hone in on it, lean in on it, and just learn how to just love you and love you enough to do what it is that you're called to do. That is all the time I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see all of our content, because this will be posted there, y'all. Okay? And until next time, have an amazing day. Keep going, keep growing, keep being your amazing self. Remember that you are uniquely designed and one of a kind, so don't let anybody stop your shine. Until next time. Intellect's here, and welcome to Intellect's Artrepreneur Agency, the Indeed for Artists. If you want to be a part of the intellectual community, check us out. We have so much going on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and everywhere in between. And we even got our own app, okay? So make sure to check us out. Go to intellects.com. Go to our link tree. Look us up on social media at IntellectsAPC so that we can best serve you. All right, we thank you so much for being a part of our vision. We appreciate you. And we wouldn't be here without all of our amazing subscribers and supporters. Don't forget to sign up for the talent show every month, and someone always leaves with a prize. And don't forget to take advantage of all of our special offers, our events, our merch, our resources, our referrals, because we are here to serve you, okay? And thank you for the love. Until next time.